Welcome back, you gorgeous weirdos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, welcome. Hi, hello. I'm Marlakrishelp. I'm glad you're here. So we're going to try this again. Without going into too much detail, this was supposed to be uploaded a couple of weeks ago. Shit kind of hit the fan, and we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again for those of you who really wanted to see it, because I did have a lot of requests from people who really wanted to see me do this kind of nail art. So we're going to get into it. We're going to bling out all of these nails, and it's not something that I do. I'm not a gem girly. Wasn't a gem girly. I think I'm kind of hooked now. I'm going to go in with this beautiful like lilac-y color from D&D. It's called Chiffon. So underrated. I never see anyone using it, but it's so soft and beautiful. I'm just going to clean up a little bit on the underside of the nail. I do this every time I do press-ons, but I typically don't show it. I don't know why. I should show you all the things. But then I'm going to go ahead and cure for 30 seconds and do a second coat. While I'm doing that, how was your Valentine's Day? Did you do anything fun? Did you have a girls' night? Did you go out with your significant other? What did you guys do? I did nothing. I did nothing. Because I choose to stay home and be a hermit. This is just the life that I live. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Although, man, do I have a story for you guys. I don't even know if I should tell this story, but y'all are my family, so we're going to have a little story time about my almost Valentine's Day kind of date. So I've not been dating. I took a dating hiatus. I just did not love the atmosphere. The dating world is kind of crap. Before I go into that, though, I'm going to throw a matte gel top coat on top of all of the nails. That's going to be the canvas for the blinged out look. Anyway, so there's this guy that I had been friends with on Facebook. I never met in real life, but he was a mutual, and I've known him for like probably 8 years or so. And we tried talking a few years ago, but I live in Florida. He lives in a different state. So we're going to call him Reginald. I don't know. I'm picking a name out of nowhere. So Reginald and I had tried talking a few years ago, but we live in different states, and I wasn't in the right headspace 3 years ago either. I was fresh out of a divorce. So nothing came of that. But a few weeks ago, he popped back up in my DMs, and he's like, you know, someone was talking to me and reminded me of you and this and that. And I figured, let me say hi and see what you're up to. So we started talking again, and things quickly got very serious. He was like, I'm booking a flight. I'm coming down. I'm going to take you out. We're going to spend the whole week together, this and that and whatever. And I'm like, I see everything through a veil of narcissism, okay? Because I have PTSD from past relationships. Who else is in my club? So I'm already like, is this too good to be true? Or am I overthinking it? Because you always second guess yourself because you see everything through a veil of narcissism. So I'm kind of going along with it at this point, but I have zero expectations. Long story short, trust your instincts, ladies, because he wound up being a total narcissist, gaslighting me, making me feel like I was the crazy person for not doing things that made me uncomfortable. Let's just say that. Yeah, it was an absolute flop, and I made sure he knew where to shove himself. And I will continue no longer dating because I'm over it. I'm over it. Happy with my single life. So let's get into the bling. Now that all happened, I'm going to use rubber base gel to do the bling, but you can use any kind of gel you want. I would recommend a gel that is a little bit more viscous, thicker than like a gel base coat or a gel polish. I like the rubber baby buggy bumper, the rubber base gel for this. But again, whatever you fancy, you can use glue if that is your preference. If you want to do this over a dip and avoid gel altogether, you can use glue, whatever kind of glue you want. Just keep in mind that glue does air dry, so you will have to work relatively quickly in order for the glue not to dry down. I'm going to work in sections anyway, which is what I'd recommend if you're using glue to do this. But the first thing I'm going to do is kind of arrange the gems on my nail desk in the formation that I want them so I can see what it's going to look like and I have everything planned out. That way I'm not putting down the gel and then going, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to plan it all out ahead of time. Once I have my gems kind of organized the way I want them, then I'll apply my rubber base gel to just the center of the nail in a thin little strip. And again, we're working in sections, so we're not going to take care of the whole nail. We're just doing one section at a time. And then I'll apply the gems and get those cured. If you are wondering where I get this tremendous case of gemstones or the smaller round gemstones that you're going to see me use later when I do the border around the perimeter of the nail, one guess. Yes, that's right. I got everything on Amazon. I will make sure to leave everything linked down below. My Amazon links are affiliate links, so if you do use them, I will make a small commission on the purchases that you make. This doesn't cost you anything extra. It's just a bonus for me. But if you prefer not to use the affiliate links, that's totally fine. You can search everything on Amazon. That is where I found all the things, including the gel polish. The only thing that's not on Amazon is the Sassy Mouth gel. That's what I used, matte top coat and the rubber base. Those are on Sassy's website. You can use affiliate code Marla10 over there if you want to go pick up some of her gels. Her gel top coats, her rubber base, her gel base, they are phenomenal. I love them so much. So if that's something you feel like you want, run over there, check them out, go grab you some stuff. So you saw me put the rubber base down, just a strip in the center of the nail, and now I'm going to position the gems exactly where I want them. Now, this is the time-consuming part. Like the figuring out where you want to put stuff, that's easy. Putting down gel base coat or rubber base gel, that's the easy part. It's getting everything centered, lined up, symmetric. That is the time-consuming part for me because I am quite a perfectionist when it comes to this kind of thing. As you're going to see when I do the border lately, and I'm going to keep everything in real time so you can see exactly how long it takes me to do these gem placements. I was about to say this is why I never do this, but it's not, because I will be doing gemstones over and over and over again because I'm literally that obsessed. Anyways, once I had those two stones positioned where I wanted them, I put that in the lamp immediately, got it flash cured down. We're going to continue building, so I didn't need to do a full cure yet. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of that rubber base gel down on my palette, and with a dotting tool, I'm going to pick up a teeny tiny little bit of that rubber base and place it in these little corners where I want to put a couple of side stones, and then we'll give this a full cure because the center of the nail will be done. Now, if you're wondering how to seal this in, I'm going to show you how to do that as soon as this is done curing. So I've got that completely cured down, and now I'm going to go back in with my matte gel top coat, and that's going to kind of hug right up against these center stones, get them nice and securely locked in there, and it'll matte out that rubber base gel because it's going to dry a little bit tacky and glossy, the rubber base gel. So the matte will just take that all away, make it all nice and matte again because we don't want, I didn't want any glossiness to this nail whatsoever. I wanted it very flat, matte, but again, you want to do glossy? You do glossy. Who am I going to tell you what to do with your nails? They're your nails. So I'm going to get the matte nicely covered on both sides, and I'm going to cure this for a full minute, and then I'm going to show you how to do the stone border. While that's curing, you can play my favorite game in the whole wide world, Flip the Stones. I don't know why, for some reason, they always come out of the case face down, and I have to flip them all over. So this has become my new game that I play. Flip the Stones. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out of the lamp, and we're going to get started on the border. So again, I have no idea what that noise was. I think it was an airplane. Anyway, we're going to work in sections. So the first section I'm going to do is the top near the cuticle area. I'm going to apply a very, very thin line. You can use a liner brush if you want to. A very thin line of that rubber gel base across the top. I'm going to start with the center stone so I know where my midpoint is. And then I'm going to put a couple of stones on either side. And you're going to see me do this all in real time. I'm going to fuss with it and fuss with it and fuss with it until I have it exactly the way I want it, spaced out, even, I don't want to say perfect because, perfection is an illusion, but I'm going to get this as close to perfect as I possibly can. And then I'm going to flash cure. Then we'll move on to the next section of the nail. So those stones are now secure, they're not going anywhere, and we can move on to the next section. That's going to be this whole right side of the nail. Again, very thin strip of the rubber base going down from that last stone on the side down to the tip, very tippy top of the nail, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the stones, I'm going to try and keep them as evenly spaced out as possible, and I'm just going to line them up going down the entire side of that nail. Once I have all the stones placed approximately, then I can go back in and rearrange, move things around as I see fit, and then I'm going to flash cure before I go in for the other side and we finish up this nail. That only took 400 years. Let's wrap this up and finish up this nail. I'm going to do the same exact the same exact thing on this side, and I'm going to place a stone at the very tip of the nail as well. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing as I did. I'm going to lay down all the stones approximately where I think they ought to be, and then I'll rearrange them after I get everything lined up, get them all evenly spaced out and centered and in the same spot, up and down on the nail. Up and down. What am I for? Y'all know what I'm saying. And then I'll put one at the very tippy top of the nail. And then I'll cure for a full 60 seconds because then this nail is going to be done. And I'm going to show you what the whole hand looks like. I'm not going to show you every nail because we'd be here for literally 2 hours. But I will show you what the entire hand looks like. I'm going to show you how to apply them and what they look like on the hand. So here is the finished look for the nail. I could not be more in love. This came out so beautiful. Is it extra? 100%. It is triple X extra. But you know what? I'm kind of here for it. I've never done anything like this before, so you know what? I'm kind of glad I did. Here is what the entire set looks like. They came out just so super beautiful. Here's the side profile. As you can see, those stones do add a little bit of height to the nail, but they're not crazy over the top high. So let me show you how I apply them on myself. You can do this in so many different ways, but for me, I'm going to clean off my nails with some rubbing alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and then I'm going to apply my sticky tabs. You don't have to use sticky tabs. They're just my preferred means of application because I don't want to wear them for a week. I want to wear them for maybe a day or two, and then I'm moving on to the next thing. And I can reuse them. I can take them off, put them away in my little press-on nail case, and then break them back out whenever I feel like it. If you want to apply these with glue, you absolutely can. They will likely require a soak-off in acetone for that, which means you will not be able to use these again, which would be so incredibly sad, considering that they are going to take you a substantial amount of time to do. You don't want to waste all these crystals. They're not great crystals. They're not like Swarovski or anything like Swarovski. You know what I'm talking about. They're not good gemstones. But you don't want to waste a whole bunch of good gemstones and a whole lot of time working. So use the sticky tabs. Do not use gel, please. Please do not use gel to apply press-on nails, especially if they are opaque. I mean, don't use gel at all. But when they're opaque, the UV LED lamp that you use may not penetrate that color on top, so it may not cure your gel all the way through. Even if it's sturdy on the nail, that does not mean your gel is 100% cured, and that can also lead to a gel allergy, contact dermatitis, a whole laundry list of things that you don't want to deal with. So please, for the love of all that is holy and good and pure, do not use gel to apply press-on nails. Use glue, use the sticky tabs. You have so many other options. But me, the sticky tabs, I love them. They are elite. I use the ones from BT Art Box. And if you're wondering about how I adhere the nails to the press-on stand, I use the adhesive tabs. I use the same product for the stand and for my nails. That way, the sizes I don't use on my nails, I keep, and I use those for the nail stands because I don't like wasting products. I don't want to buy them. So I use them double duty. All the extra sizes I can use on that nail stand. So here is what the whole set looks like on my hand. I could not be more in love and obsessed. I love the way these came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are, and I will see you in the next one. Love you, bye.